How's your week been, little man?
Bro, it's been an interesting week. So, first of all, since the last episode, Monday was Juneteenth.
Yeah,
That's June 19th. I don't know if I don't really know much about the history of Juneteenth besides just the basic. I think when the last of the states freed all the slaves, I think in 1865. So I don't really know too much about it. So we can go into that if you know more or want to talk about more. But then I was just gonna say, that weekend I decided to just try to be productive. Just got a lot of small stuff done. I went to like an event, like a Juneteenth event
oh
on
yeah, you
Monday.
said you were gonna go.
Yeah, it was like I guess you call it was like a party. It was like in like a, well, it wasn't a club, but it had club vibes, like I guess.
Okay, okay, okay.
Interesting experience. I don't think I've been in that kind of situation before. It's late at night, lights, people are drinking, smoking, just, I was like, ooh, not ooh, but it's like, ooh, it's like,
Philly part two.
ooh,
Remember
what?
Philly? I said
Oh,
Philly
all
part
right,
two.
yeah.
Philly part two. Oh
Oh
yeah.
my God. Yeah, it was
Oh,
like,
that's
man, it was just like, I'm not, the club scene is not where I'm usually at. So it was an interesting experience. There was
fine.
some good music, a lot of music that was like, it was cool, but I didn't really know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Well, lucky for me, I saw someone who graduated recently from my school, so we kind of were like acquaintances. So at least I knew somebody there. So I just
Okay.
wanted to just show up and just see what happens.
See the
So I
vibes.
walked in and okay, at least I saw somebody. So it was cool. You know, I won't say it was incredibly fun,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I'm glad I went. Just to get out of my usual daily routine. So that was cool. Also this was in DC, right, where this was. So funny enough, when I got off like the metro, I was like hungry. I was so hungry,
Well
and bro,
planned. Well
I was
planned.
so hungry. So I just looked up, saw a McDonald's,
Hey, that's
went
right.
there, and it was like I'm really not used to like city, like this. It surprises you what you are not used to when you haven't really experienced it. I guess that
Yeah.
that makes perfect sense, but just the whole city vibe of just people everywhere
Yeah. In
is
a
something I
rush.
I
In
could.
it.
It wasn't like I wasn't overwhelmed, but it's like I noticed it.
Yeah.
I
Everyone's in
noticed
a
it like,
rush. Everyone has something to do, and there are
yeah,
excess
I
people.
just
I
that
just
that
move.
city vibe, because I've never really lived in like a city like that, so I
Yeah.
noticed it, and just random confrontations, like
So
it just
did you
start.
like it? Did you like it? That's what you say you noticed it. Did you like it? Like
I mean,
live there
I
kind
was
of thing.
just passing by. It wasn't enough to me to really reflect. I feel like if
Reflect.
I know people, I have places I like to go. I'll probably like it. But at that point, I don't know anybody I'm looking at. I don't know where anything is. I'm just
Fair.
walking around, so I can't
It's the
really say
same
it.
vibe. It's the same vibe for New York. It's times three. Times three of what you saw there is New York. Back on
I mean,
that,
hey,
where you want to live
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So
I mean, yeah. So but you get human beings adapt. But then,
okay.
like I said, I don't know. But then, what I also noticed, like, just I didn't like just seeing like homeless people up and
Yeah.
and this like they're always black people, so which also makes me feel kind of weird. Not weird, just makes me kind of bad. Like it's
Yeah.
always black people who are like homeless and stuff. I'm sure, obviously they're not all people are black people, but then it's just I just didn't like seeing it.
The one you saw that day you went was all black, and that's how it is.
Yeah,
In most big cities are like that. I know
yeah,
DC.
just
Whenever I
didn't
went
like
to
seeing
like the
it,
train
bro.
station, it's like that. It's worse there. So it's like
You know,
it's a
sick people, people who are
yeah.
mentally ill, who are homeless, bro. It's just I don't like it, man. It was a new, not new. It was
Different.
just different from,
Different.
yeah,
Yeah.
different from my
Difference is
day
the
to
best
day,
word.
different from my day to day. It just struck me how, you know, there's more to life than what you experience.
Yeah.
Sometimes you kind of sum up what you experience on a day to day as this is life. This is what life should be. But that's not
Sure.
that. There's no definition of what life should be. And
I feel
it
like
was
we
just
like naturally don't like change. Like naturally we just like
yeah,
don't like change. So once stuff get
that's
different,
true.
it's like
That's true.
I ain't too sure about this. I feel that. I feel that.
Yeah, yeah. There was an altercation at the McDonald's. This
Oh,
lady who, yeah, this lady who wasn't,
busy.
who was clearly mentally ill, and her hygiene didn't seem the best. So she came in, so I guess she had touched some things here and there, and there was this other dude with his daughter. So he got upset. He was like, how will she come in and go and nobody kind of, she's clearly not very clean, and she touched a bunch of stuff, like essentially, like how would they not clean it? Because she was saying he's there with his daughter. He doesn't want her to get sick and everything.
Yeah.
But I saw the guy's points, but then he was yelling at the McDonald's workers who are clearly overworked, or they were clearly just in a rush, just up
Yeah.
and down, So and he was yelling at them then. So one guy was like, "Yeah, yeah, you're right," sending him. And that lady was kind of in defense of the McDonald's workers. It was a whole thing, and literally I'm just literally like in the middle of that, just
She
observing.
popped off.
I'm
She
just
popped
standing there, just my ticket in hand, waiting for my food. Just I mean, just
she
observing.
she popped
Like I
off.
didn't want to supposed to oppose anybody. If, no, whenever any side looks at me for like, I'll be like,
Yeah, yeah.
like if the person look
Confirming the
at me
point,
like,
like,
if the person look at me it's like, oh, I'm making sense. I'll be like,
yeah, yeah, you making sense, good sense. Why you backing him up? Back him up here. Did anyone throw hands? Anyone
no,
throw
no, 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 no,
hands?
no, no. This wasn't that deep. They were just kind of speaking loudly, but it was nobody was like angry enough to get aggressive.
Yeah, okay.
But it
Okay.
was just like, huh, huh.
Fairs. Fairs.
City vibes, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like
City
that's
vibes.
a usual thing in like cities. I feel like
Probably, yeah, but like,
I know whenever you go to a big city, I feel like people are more tensed. Because everyone's more busy,
probably,
so people are more tense. So things like that can just make someone pop up. That's why I was like, oh,
yeah,
maybe someone threw
things just
hands, like
randomly pop
just
off,
pop,
man.
yeah, they just
It's
pop
it's
off. Like, yeah,
facts.
yeah.
It's facts, bro.
I'm definitely going to jot that down as one of the negatives when we're making the analysis. Just I have to be on the other side. So
Let,
it's, it's,
don't adopt that mindset. Don't be, I have to be on the other side. Just be like, I want to find the best side. Because
yeah,
if not, you will keep looking for anything and anything, and there'll always be something. So let's not be
fair,
on
fair. That's a
to
good
and
point.
fro. Let's just kind of take everything, and obviously it's good to point out the fro's if we're getting too much too, and vice versa. But let's not have that mindset. So we just let's not have that mindset. Let's
Focus
not have that
mindset.
mindset.
No, I mean
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
precautionary. If I put it that way, it's precautionary.
Precautionary. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's well, and then I don't know if I said it on here. I started going to a boxing gym, bro. It's really you feel it in your shoulders, bro.
yeah,
Punch something, bro, which makes sense because they you have the wrist straps
yeah.
helps protect your wrist. So when you punch, the force travels. So if you don't punch well, it might stop at your shoulders. But I believe it's supposed to go all the way to your arm. If you actually extend the arm fully, punch with the right, these two
Yeah.
knuckles, put
It's a
your arm
common
the right
injury.
way. But yeah, man, it's fun. It's definitely a workout because you're sweating, your heart to breathe. So you like punch, 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 and you say, oh, do this thing, do some floor exercises, like push-ups, sit-ups, punch, punch, pumps, jumping jacks, high knees, punch, 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 punch different punching sequences, like
Well,
a 1-1-2,
welcome.
1-3-5, and
Welcome.
all
As I
that
say,
good stuff.
welcome, bro. That shit was
Uh,
a shock. When I did mine that last year, bro, it's like a shock because you're not used to that kind of workout. Like it's a whole ass workout. You don't just learn how to
yeah,
box. You think you're coming to learn, okay, jab, right? But then it's like,
yeah,
come here, you're doing do abs,
and
do this, do this. I'm like, yo,
bro, and in doing that, I realized that boxers have insane stamina, bro. Because
insane.
just me punching a lifeless bag that cannot fight back, I'm gassed. Imagine having to do all this while avoiding hits and actually
Yeah.
trying to take a living, breathing human being down. My goodness,
And getting hit, bro, getting hit.
right?
It takes
Well,
out getting hit.
what's that Mike Tyson? I don't know if it's Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali or one famous boxer. Was it Floyd Mayweather? I don't know. Everybody has a
Say,
plan until they get punched in the face.
oh yeah, yeah, that's a
Everybody has a
big
plan until they get
one.
punched in the face. So
Everyone.
you're kind of working with man boxers having insane stamina, bro. But anytime I'm there, I'm always thinking of Creed. I got the Creed montages. I'm always like,
let's let's get busy, bro. At a point, bro, it becomes totally. I wouldn't say. Would you say it becomes totally mental? Because, bro, your body is like, let me rest. Let
but
me
fact, bro.
rest. Brother,
Mind
let
over
me rest.
muscle. That thing is real, Sha.
It's actually
You
real.
know, it's real.
Shoulders in pain and bruh. Yeah, and you have to. It gives you more respect for. Do you watch boxing and MMA? Do you watch UFC kind of stuff, or nah,
Only when there's like a big match,
bro? You should.
like a
I feel
head.
like you'd
Only when
enjoy
there's
it.
like a headliner, I pop in. But on the regular, no.
No, bro. You have a good mindset. You have the right mindset to start watching it right now. Tell me, you've seen the hard work. You like the Creed kind of stuff. By the time you start watching and you get like attached to certain fighters, bro, it's like, guys, bro. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a movie, but it's real. Does that make sense? So
Hmm.
like, see how you said Creed? Creed is a movie. We all know it's a movie, but this is real. Like your guy might get it might be good
I
night.
don't know. Did you prefer boxing, kickboxing, or like UFC?
UFC. At
Hmm.
first, this I wish Okolo was here. At first, I was like all boxing. I only watched UFC when like the Nige boys were fighting. Then I'll watch like see how they do. I'm like, of course root for them. But then I was all boxing, all like David Haney or Tank. We are just watching boxing, technical. Anthony
Okay.
Joshua, Tyson Fury,
Okay.
because boxing is like 12 rounds. So in my point, my head was like, yo, it's more technical because the first few rounds you're seeing like, okay, you have to feed off, move, feed off. Like learn what your the other guy's game plan is while he's also trying to learn your game plan. Then as it gets later, the person that's losing rounds, starts to pick it up. And you, maybe you're winning rounds, you have to now start learning how to also pick it up because if you stay back down, this guy's a professional fighter. He's gonna like it only takes one punch. Like it literally only takes one good punch and you're gone.
To
Like
rattle your brain.
exactly. Even if you're so good, you're winning all the rounds, one punch in the 12th round can mean you lose the fight. And it's like, so you have to always remain focused. So I was always like boxing because I felt like it was more technical. Then Okolo like introduced me to UFC more. It was showing me like more fights. Then I met this guy. I didn't meet, but Charles Oliveira, bro. That guy, he brought me into the sport. Because I was just looking at his backstory of like, he was a UFC fighter, but he was like failing. Like he wasn't like a good UFC fighter. He was like failing. And so I don't know, something just clicked. And he just turned it around, win after win after. I was like, bro. And there was this thing he always used to say, like, the champ has a name. The champ has a name. I love like his passion and confidence. I was like, bro. Then just from following him, bro, I just got attached into UFC. And
So
maybe I was
is it
like, bro.
more so the personas, or is it more so the
So
the technicalities?
the, I already like technicality in boxing. Like you can see, I already like technicality in boxing, but I didn't really
Okay.
have as much draw to like UFC generally because I only had draw to like Adesanya, Usman, like those guys. Those are the guys that could draw me. Like once I see those guys fighting, of course I'm watching, but I didn't have draw to like the rest. Like the same way you're like you only watch big fights, but you're not really like interested in the rest.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
through like Oliveira, like a random guy that from Brazil. Like I was like random ass guy that I just got attached to and watched this backstory, see how much effort is put into it, and the technicalities in other fights that now made me like. So I feel like the persona brings you in. Like there's certain persona that you catch, it brings you in. Then when it brings you in, like you're stuck. That's the truth.
Hmm.
You just get stuck because now you learn more about different fighters. Like there's something this famous like he's a former fighter. I think it was Daniel Cormier. He said something like the only reason Khabib is because of McGregor. Like Khabib's a good ass fighter, but then the
Hmm.
only reason Khabib is because of McGregor. Because McGregor is the one that like brought like the world attention. Like we all knew McGregor, but we didn't even watch UFC. Like I literally none of us watched UFC, but we just knew like Conor McGregor. We
Conor
just know Conor
McGregor.
McGregor. Like that's
Yeah,
how
that's not the
big he
name.
was. So he be like it adds to Khabib's greatness. Like because Khabib never like say he never fought Conor McGregor. He wouldn't have that more effect. Like, do you know who Khabib is? You know Khabib?
I've heard the
Maybe,
name. I
maybe not.
don't know who he is, but I
Okay,
know the name. I just
so
know the
glad
big
you.
names.
Exactly. I feel like you wouldn't know his name if not for McGregor. That's what he said, and I really understood that point. Like the 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 persona makes it like you can always just like
Hmm.
as you said, bro. That McDonald's, if you want it, you could have literally just watched two random guys fight right there. You just need to instigate. You could have just been like, "Did you call his daughter?" Huh? Like, I'm like, oh, what do you say? What do you say? And they fight, and you can watch two random guys fight in the McDonald's. But who wants to watch
Bro,
that? You know what I'm saying?
that's
Like, if you wanted
wild.
to watch fighting, like, you can literally just go outside and watch two random guys fight. But it's like the persona and like the build up that makes it interesting. That makes you like want to know more. That's why I feel like you would enjoy it. I've because you already like boxing now. You're learning. I feel like we're going
Hmm.
through similar paths. Like it's like you just like boxing, like oh, learning technicalities. Then when you get sold into the persona, because they have like these videos, I forgot what they're called, like recap. So the week of the fight, they have like videos, maybe them in Brazil, them in wherever they're from, Switzerland, maybe
I see.
training. They talk like real, like they're sweating. They tell you like how they feel, like their stories. Like you need to experience it. I just feel like well, you need to
Okay.
experience it. You experience
So,
it. I'm
were
telling
you ever a fan of like WWE wrestling type thing, or were you ever a
bro.
fan of those?
WWE, it's sad, but that shit died before we entered secondary school. Like just when we entered secondary school, like when we were no more attached to it, like I didn't really know. Like it never could get me back, if that makes sense. Like whenever I see there's so many new guys. My brother knows them, but so many new guys I don't even know. I just like, wow, this guy popped off. From us, I just knew John Cena, Undertaker, um, RKO, RKO,
Randy Orton,
Randy Orton,
Randy Orton, Rey
um,
Mysterio.
Rey
I don't even know
Mysterio, those guys. But
Sheamus.
Sheamus, all those are old. But like all those guys are
Yeah,
old. Like so, I'm not really into
yeah.
like what's happening right now.
Is this even
Like,
still
I don't
called
really.
WWE or is it something
Yeah,
else?
it's WWE. I see like clips. I think they
Oh.
partner with the UFC for something. I don't know. It's gonna be
Hmm,
interesting. I don't. But yeah,
hmm.
they're still around. It just doesn't catch me as much because I know it's fake. Like it caught me before because you thought it was real, but then when you know it's fake, it now becomes like, am I really? But then UFC is real. That is that
They are
is
there for the real.
like it's
Bro,
real,
I
bro.
don't know. Maybe because I'm new to it, but bro, when they get their faces mashed up for this thing, I'm like, damn, like really? Like bro, like the faces look so mashed up. I'm like, dang, man. Especially for the guy that lost. For
Yeah,
what? Oh
true.
my
For
goodness.
for for what?
Like the
I
guy that
don't.
won can find some solace, so this was worth it. But the guy that lost is like, damn, I just got beat up on national television.
See now that's exactly what attracted me to Oliveira. The guy that lost, like the guy that was like everyone was like, yeah, this guy is like guy's
So you
trash.
love the underdog story, but
Oh,
so I'm hearing.
facts. I
You
can't lie.
love
That
the
you
underdog
got me.
story
You got me. You got me. Hands up. You got me,
from
bro.
nothing to something.
Like yeah, from nothing to
I
just
like it. I like it. I
this
like
guy's
it.
like and it shows hard work. Like it's not easy. Like now you know it's not easy because you
Oh
also
yeah,
have to remain focused while you're getting
for real.
punched. You
It's
have to
not
also
easy.
remain focused. Like
And
it's
this
something.
is bare knuckle. This is not glove.
I mean, UFC
Like
is glove, but it's like it's very lean gloves. So
oh,
it's lean. You still get it's not bare knuckle like bare knuckle because they have bare knuckle. But I'm not really into that one yet. But it's like
I mean,
lean
but the gloves
gloves.
don't look like they're doing much. Like I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah. No, no, they're not doing much.
the
Yeah,
glove
like
is
they're not
just
doing much.
probably. I mean, bro,
They're
it's
not doing
practically
much.
bare knuckle from what I'm seeing.
It's
The glove
practice.
is not. It's not doing much, bro.
Yeah, it's not doing much. Maybe it's just I feel
Just
like
maybe
it.
at most dulling like the sharp edges of like your bone, right? Just dulling
Yeah,
it. But
yeah,
then the impact is coming at you 100%.
yeah. It's wicked. Still like boxing though. I still even though I talk all that about UFC, I still like boxing. It's just that boxing is like the big fights don't happen. I feel like that's the main issue with boxing. Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. That fight is meant to happen years ago. Still hasn't happened. Or when it happens, it'll be like when they're both retiring. Then they'll now put on a retirement fight that they'll fight. Oh, but then everyone will be like, oh, he wasn't in his best form. He should have fought so years ago. It's always like excuses. That's why I like
Mm.
UFC because there's no excuses. Like the best are fighting the best. It's like if you're number one, I want to be number one. I beat a couple guys. Now I'm number two. It's time for you to fight me. Like it's like that's what needs to happen. You fight me. But then boxing, this guy can be number one. this guy is really good, but you ignore him. Like, I don't want to fight him yet. I don't want to fight him yet. Ignore, go fight other guys, get a bigger name. Then maybe before you retire, when that guy is maybe not as good as he was, go fight him again. It's just like, and that's the only thing I
Mm,
don't like about boxing.
interesting.
But did you? I maybe didn't watch, but the Tank versus Davis fight. You see that?
No, no,
Javante Davis versus
nah,
Ryan Garcia. Yeah, you ain't too interested,
nah.
but I feel like that was a fight that happened in well, both of them are young. So kudos to them. That's what I say. Kudos to them. Like it happened when they're both good and both young, which is rare. Like that doesn't happen on the
Hmm,
regular. Like you wait till you have
interesting.
like 40 fights before you fight the good guys. But
Um,
that's the those are my pre warnings for you. Do you think have I been a good salesman? Are you gonna
yeah,
look into it?
yeah. I'm looking into it for sure.
Okay.
For sure, I'm looking
I'll
into it.
catch you. I'll catch you up. Don't worry. I'll catch you up. Take notes. I'll catch you up. I'll catch you up. Don't worry. I'll take you notes.
Okay,
Catch
okay. What
you
you been up to, man? What's supposed to be new with you? What new things
up.
have you been doing?
That's the thing. I don't think I haven't done any new thing. It's more of
Okay, scratch new things.
routine.
What have you been doing?
So I'm still in like school and shit. So school stuff. Then I when I come back, I do like I've been looking online, like doing reviews for the interview process for like case interviews, consulting kind of interviews. So that's mostly what I've been working on. Then now I'm trying to like get that gym back. Like before this, I literally went to the gym, like at because I did a case prep, then I went to the gym, then I had by then came for this. So I'm trying to get gym back. Like you guys, like I've been slacking. Like I haven't say how much I'm slacking because I'm disappointed. I've just been slacking. Like gym, bro, I'm actually slacking. But now it's time to get back on track. It's time to get back on track. It's time to get back on track. Gym, and that's the boring life I'm living right now, bro. Fortunately, that's the boring life I'm living right now.
All good, bro. All
Right
good,
now,
bro. Good.
right now.
You're getting it done in the classroom. That's all good, bro.
Doing the
That's all
classroom.
good. All good. All
Fair.
good. Nice. Nice.
I need to
That's
go
calm.
out for something.
Calm.
Maybe play volleyball tomorrow.
Hmm. Where?
I'll just go to the. I know some people in class wanted to play, so just go to the court and just play. I'm saying play volleyball. See what happens.
Calm. Calm.
You know,
Calm.
you remember? Remember? I'm a volleyball legend. You remember?
Ah. Legend is a stretch, but you are up there. You up there. I'll give you that. Legend is a stretch, but I'll give you that. You're up there. You're up there. You're up there. You're up there.
Thank you for my flowers. I
You're up there.
appreciate you.
You're up there. You're
I
up there.
appreciate you.
But yeah, man, I haven't bought basketball in a minute.
Damn, bro.
I
Even
haven't played
shooting,
basketball in a minute.
just shooting,
Nah,
shooting
like
around.
not. I haven't touched the basketball in a minute because
Damn,
it's just.
damn.
I guess it's mainly just where there's no place, no whereby with good transportation I can just go. I'm bored. Actually, where I'm at in Virginia, there's a park close by, but it's
Hmm?
like the hoop or the court is nothing. It's far from standard. It looks like something for kids to play. If I
I,
really wanted, if I really just had that itch to bounce the ball and just, I could even practice my shooting because the rim looks lower than normal. So
oh, I see what you mean.
you
It's
can't
like,
build up anything good on when it's not close to standard. And I doubt
oh,
any people my age are coming around to the ball. It's going to be little kids. So I could just go there to bounce the ball, do a few dribble moves here and there, but at the same time, it's like I have
you
other
should
things
check.
I'm
You
I'm
should
trying
check.
to
You should
I'm
check
trying to
online.
do.
I feel like you should check online. I feel like if there's a kid one, I feel like there's definitely going to be like
I'll check,
a grown
but
guy
but then again,
person zone
but
around.
remember, it needs to be close enough that I can get to it because I get back home at I end at 5, so I get back home earliest around like six p.m. and in like 2 hours it's dark. And I remember I don't have a car, so I'm just either
How does it get dark? Like how quick does it get dark? Because it's summer and like how
so
quick would you say right now? Get started.
sundown typically from the times I've checked before it tends to go around like 8:30. So by
Yeah,
9 it's like dark.
that's
So
too
between
early.
8:30 and 9 it's drastic change. Tends to happen, or between 8 and 8:30 is like a quick change. But
It might
But
have
yeah,
to be
man,
a
I'll
weekend
look
thing though.
into it.
It can be a
It,
weekend thing though. Just like a weekend thing.
it could, but then again, like even with the whole weekend thing, it's become more complicated because I have like meetings I need to be on every like, but that's a whole nother story. But
That's
yeah, man,
life.
I'll look into it. Look into it. Let's look into
You look like you're just like, damn, life. Like I have meetings and I was like, yeah, I got
it.
meeting this, meet that guy, meet this guy. That's life. It's interesting,
Well,
interesting. But I'm sure you can do it. You're doing 4 things on that 90-day plan, so I'm sure you can do it. I'm sure you can.
yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll see.
You
We'll
can
see how
find.
that goes. Low key, like I think for the past 2 days, I haven't done anything. Just because I traveled or I moved around.
Okay,
I'm in
yeah.
Maryland right now,
Okay, okay.
so
Fairs,
I
fairs.
guess that to
I
make
mean,
an
but
excuse.
I was gonna say it's an excuse, but is it? It's like a good excuse. Like
I
there are
mean,
bad excuses that you could have been like, oh yeah, I just my left pinky just been feeling funny, so I couldn't play the guitar. You know what I'm saying? My left pinky feeling funny. But I mean that's a good. You were traveling, so I can
but I mean,
like
but then
that's
I
better.
definitely want to do everything today. I need to do today. But then, but yeah, that's cool, man.
You have the guitar there. You travel with it or
Actually,
not?
no. But then there's a piano here, so I'm just gonna substitute.
Okay, first.
Just gonna
Not losing a
substitute.
skill.
You know,
Did
For those
you?
wondering, oh, sure again.
No, no. I'm about to switch completely. So if you want to say something,
Now I was gonna give context of what we're talking about.
oh,
We've been trying to build habits, doing some stuff for 90 days, just in case people are wondering
okay,
what we're talking about, like the guitar and all that good stuff. But yeah,
okay.
take us away, I'm asking.
Did you see the submarine stuff?
Bro, you
I
read my
love.
mind. I was literally about to go there.
I was
I
gonna
was
say same.
literally about to go there, bro. That is so sad.
Crazy.
When I think
Hey,
about it, man, it's so sad. But apparently, like, it imploded. So in a fraction of a second, they were gone.
yeah. I saw a
So
video of like a gas tank imploding and in 1 atmospheric pressure, and then that was quick. But then that thing it happened in like 365 atmospheric pressure, so it must have been immediate.
there's
Like,
small consolation. Like it's not like they felt pain or they suffered. They were
yeah,
just gone in an instant. But then that's still so sad, bro.
it was actual
Dang.
like fuck. Like it's nah. It's like gooey. It's like gooey. Like because I saw someone saying, "Can they recover the bodies?" And I was like, "Bro, I don't think there's much to recover. If that happened, if what happened happened, like there's not much to recover. It's just like yeah. But the question everyone's asking, like, why go see the Titanic? You're a
Apparently, they have done
billionaire.
it. This was not the first time. I don't know if
For
that's true. I heard from someone that this was not the first time that this has been done before, and this was just a freak accident.
no,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
I heard.
yeah. No, no, no. I think that's right. Yeah, this has been done before. But the question is like, why as a billion? Like, not why are people going to the Titanic? It's why as like a billionaire. Like, why go? Like, why go?
That answers itself. If you're a billionaire, most of the things regular people get to do, you've done it and you can do it whenever you want. You're looking for the exotic stuff.
That
But
was
then,
my
but
that
then I
was
think
my
like
my view. But same thing. It's like, I mean, I don't know. It's easy to say
human
that, but
curiosity, bro. Like human beings, we look around. There's Earth, but people still wanted to walk on the moon. People still want to go to Mars. There
true,
always be human curiosity. People always want to go
true,
places. So like that
true.
doesn't surprise me that people want to do that. Doesn't surprise me at all.
Neither does me. But looking at the other side, why? Why not stay? Why not stay? I'm saying, why not stay?
For a new experience.
No, no. Why stay? Let me put it this way. Why stay? Why aren't every billionaire going to Titanic? Put that way. Just put it that
I
way.
mean, they don't all care. They
Uh-huh.
might be scared of the water and the risks.
Yeah.
It might just not have popped up. I mean, they're busy. People are busy. So
True,
it's
true.
like there
Would you
are a
go?
number of reasons.
Would you go?
I would definitely consider it. Like if someone gave me the opportunity, I won't be like absolutely not on the spot. I
Okay.
would definitely consider it. I know that. I know that for certain. Now to think of whether I'll go, I don't know.
I feel you. I
I would
feel you.
definitely be.
I
I'd
feel
definitely be
you.
very curious, and I would definitely consider it. like what would stop me would just be the fear of the risks, I guess. Like with
Yeah,
anything out of the ordinary. So it
yeah,
would just depend if if I was just if the fear was enough to stop me. But I would
yeah.
definitely be so curious, bro.
I feel it.
I would
I
definitely be
feel
so
like
curious.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't go if let's say I'm a millionaire. So I wouldn't go because I'm not as interested. Because if it was like moon trip, then I'm definitely going. That one is there. I would definitely want to go on that. Like if it was like we're going to Mars, this trip to Mars, then
But
I'll
you
be
know
more
that's
interested.
way more
Exactly,
dangerous than the
exactly,
sea.
exactly.
Mars and the
That's why
moon,
I
and
feel
these
you.
are
I
way
feel
more
you.
dangerous.
It's all about what you're interested in. I think that's just the
Yeah.
truth. It's all
Okay.
about what you're
Okay. Okay.
interested
I
in.
see. I see.
How would you die in space? Like let's say the spaceship opens. How like is it like your? I always thought like your head blows up or something. I don't know why. I thought something like your head
I'm
blows up.
pretty. So it's a number of things. I think you're talking like I'm a scientist, so I know these things. But then I will speak confidently nonetheless. There's a number of things I must say. Number one, you know,
Fair.
there's no heat or the vast cold of space.
Yeah.
So your body will almost instantly die of what's it called? Hypothermia or whatever the disease is. There's no air. You almost immediately and then also I think the biggest thing, even before all this, is pressure. Because the reason why we are the way we are, I suppose, or our bodies are turgid, is because there's the inward pressure pushing up, kind of inflating us, and the
Mm-hmm.
outward pressure pressing against us. That's why in the depths of the sea, the outward pressure overcomes the inward,
Come.
and you crushed.
Yeah.
And even things that are used to living in the deep sea, if you bring them up, because their body is not, because their outward pressure is, or let's say their inward pressure is so much that they are like just like limp or so. And that's why also
Uh-huh.
when you go really high, you get lightheaded because the outward pressure is pushing out. Because
Oh
the
yeah,
higher
the
you go,
pressure is reducing. That's what you mean. Yeah.
exactly. So the outward pressure is reducing, and so your inward pressure is now winning. You need to be in that balance.
Okay.
In space, there's no outward pressure, so the inward pressure is like infinite. So that's I think that's where the whole your body exploding comes into place if you're not pressurized. So I think that's like the biggest thing, even before lack of oxygen or the cold. But yeah,
Oh, that's crazy. That's something I should weigh in before I go to Mars. I lie to you. Something I should think about that before I go to Mars.
but yeah, man. But
I'll,
then
I'll, I'll,
that's
I'll still
sad,
go.
man. Sad stuff, bro. Sad stuff.
Because, I mean, the I the ship you saw how it was like controlled by like a PlayStation controller.
Oh, was that real?
Yeah. Oh, you've not seen the
Okay.
videos? Like they've shown like when this like years back when they were just like videos of the when I say owner of the company, just like explaining the ship. Yeah, it's controlled by like a controller. I feel like that's a big red flag. Kind of like, maybe the way
Really?
he made it seem. Yeah, I don't know. It's just
How
in
is
the
that?
sense
How
of
is that? Oh, I feel like
it's
how
just
that.
sense of feeling more comfortable. Like if an
Okay, I
airplane
see.
was flown by a controller, I would feel like you feel more comfortable knowing it's like okay, it's like a complex set of
But then
stuff.
I feel
It's
like
just that
it probably
feeling.
doesn't change much. You feel more
Yeah,
comfortable,
yeah,
yes. It probably doesn't change much.
true. But that
You know.
feeling comfortable changes much because I wouldn't go if I don't feel comfortable.
I mean,
Like
that makes sense. That makes sense.
so
Yeah.
for you,
Yeah.
that doesn't like the way you're talking doesn't raise any red flags to you. It's like yeah, so
No, it
that's
would
how you feel.
definitely make me, like you said, it would because we associate controller with like trivial things like video games, right? Not something
Fair.
something that's holding your life, together. You don't really associate the two, so it would definitely cause some like dissonance in my mind. Like, oh, I don't want. But then when you really, all depends on how deeply I think about it. To be honest, because when you think about it, drones that can launch missiles are remote controlled. Things that end lives are remote controlled at the same time. So you know.
Fast. Yeah, that's good. I mean,
But yeah,
that's
it would definitely guess dissuade me.
that's
But yeah, yeah.
that's That's all I had to say about that. You know, it's a sad
That's crazy,
story.
man.
Yeah, when
Even
this
on
happens.
the note of like just crazy things, like Tom Cruise, you know how he does his own stunts, bro. That man is crazy. That man is 60 years
Oh,
old. I literally saw on IG today. He did like a motorcycle stunt. So he goes off a ramp, off a cliff on a motorcycle. Him and the motorcycle go off there. He pulls a parachute, and like no CGI. He did it for real. Like you see the directors like literally holding their breath when he's about to pull the parachute. And once it opens, everybody's like, and he always insists on doing his own stunt. This man is 60 years old.
that's I respect it, but that's unreal. I respect like you don't want to be the one to cause harm to someone else, like because if let's say it goes wrong for someone else, you feel like
But
that
still,
second like
man.
oh it's because it was meant to be you, kind of saying
But then you can probably do like CGI, where I
but
guess he's like a
CGI is
daredevil type.
CGI
Just
is. I mean,
just really
now
loves
you said he's been doing
stunts.
this like for yeah
I think he's been doing it for I don't know.
a long
Probably
time.
maybe
That's what
he's
I'm
always
saying.
done it. I don't know if
I'm
he's always
saying
done it. It's been
CGI
around for a
before
minute.
wouldn't have been as good.
But
Okay, like now, yes, now CGI would probably be yeah, it's look almost perfect. But I'm saying before, I can imagine CGI would you'd be able to know that oh yeah, this is CGI.
then again, think about it. Like back then, we didn't know how good CGI could be. So what we saw was like, oh, this is so great. The thing about rewatching things from back then with CGI, like
True,
in your
true.
memory, they're a lot better. But when you go back and like compared to what you know now, CGI can do, this looks trash. Like a sixth grader can you would say
Yeah, I
CGI can
feel
do
you.
this on their iPad. You know what I mean? So, but when back then, I mean, you have to put that in perspective. Back then, they probably like,
Probably
oh, this
just
is good
personal. I mean,
CGI.
I
Say, wow, this is
respect personal
so
effect
lifelike.
of being the guy. Yes, that's
But dang,
it sounds
that's
fun.
bold. That's
Bold.
bold, bro.
I mean,
You can die
dying doing what
anytime,
you
man. I
love.
mean,
It's a
that's life,
bargain.
I suppose.
It's a bargain. In his eyes, it's a bargain. Like as you said, you can't prevent. It's not
Mm,
like you're not gonna die.
mm, mm,
At least he's doing what he enjoys. I mean, it's not like I can't prevent it. So
mm. Just Samati, if you had the chance to take Nigeria to the World Cup finals, but as
how
soon as that
about
last
this?
whistle ends, you die.
We win the World Cup. We take it to World Cup. We win. I do the closing interview. Then the next day, I'm out. No problem. Would I do it?
So would you do it?
It just all honestly it all depends on when.
Yes.
Like if that's gonna happen now as I'm like 20 stops and I die 20 like then it's different. But if it's happening when I'm like the average age of like a coach like 50 stuff for be like if it's happening like when I'm 60, I mean it's something I might take. No, no,
But
no.
when you're 60,
I
you're
thought you
not
meant like
playing World
managing
Cup.
because you know how
Think
we
about
talk about
you're
like coaching and stuff. I thought you meant like coaching. Oh, you meant like playing. Oh,
no,
okay, that's
I'm thinking
different.
about
That's different. I can't lie to you. That's different.
yes.
That's different.
You
That's
get to play on that World Cup stage as representing Nige, and then I won't say you definitely win the match. That would be too easy, but as soon as it ends and the time it will take you to do the interviews, should you have won or even if you lose, next
no.
day, the
No,
Masi is
I
gone.
won't take it. I won't take it. I won't take it.
Would
I'll
you
take
take?
it.
Would you do it?
I, I feel
Why
you.
not?
I
Do
feel you,
that? Do what
but
you love.
you got me. Nah, I gotta shake your hand. You got me there. You got me there. I won't take it. I would not take it. I'm sorry. There's just such a risk. Like I might have fucking lost the damn game, bro. What?
Okay, no, okay. Let's not say you die because I'm trying to equate it to Tom Cruise things. There's like a 30% chance that you instant death. So let's make it more reasonable. It's not so for certain.
Whew.
There's a 30%
Memory.
chance,
Random has no memory.
like a one in like a one in three one in three
Probability
chance that
and randomness.
you
It
know.
has no memory. That's my only beef. There's no memory. So 1 in 3, it can be 100% because I only die once. Like there's only one that it can be 100%. And if I die, that's 100%. Like
You know. So yeah, so I'm just trying to make it less certain, as see,
oh,
there's a 1 in 3 chance that You die to the 2 in 3 chance
Okay,
that you
so
live to see
if
other
see,
days.
all you need to do for me is this. How about we cut deep dive? Let's say maybe my career is over. Like I lose an arm. How about I lose an arm?
No, well, we're trying to equate it to Tom Cruise. What Tom Cruise is doing? Tom Cruise is not risking an arm; he's risking his whole body. You should look up that video. I might put it in the video for people watching, on YouTube or anything to see.
Okay,
But
I'm
it's
not
just
taking.
it's really cool. I mean, because they show you like the what the trailer looks like and what he actually did. So in the trailer, he is going up like a natural like cliff with like grass and rocks. Where in real life is like a ramp. But the
I
jump,
made my
the
decision.
parachutes all
I'm
real.
not doing it. You could have got me if it was coaching and I'm 60 stuffs, 70
Fair.
stuffs, maybe. Now, I don't. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. Sorry, Kamsi. I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that chance. I'm not taking that chance. I'm not taking that chance, bro. I'm not
That's
taking that
fair.
chance.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
For you, is there something
Yeah,
that would
that's
make
fair.
you
That's fair.
consider
That's
taking
fair.
that chance?
Bro,
I haven't
I
considered.
don't know.
Okay,
Nothing that comes to mind right now.
this podcast.
Nothing
This
that comes
podcast
to mind. I
becomes
don't know what I it would have to be something for someone else, not me.
first. I
I
feel
don't know
that.
that I could
I feel that.
do
I
that
feel
for
that. I
me.
feel that.
It has to be for someone else. That's the only thing. Maybe like if I do it, there'll be world. There's a
Whew,
1 in 3 chance there'll be world peace
that's
or some or,
consider.
something like that.
Okay, so
I might,
one in three chance, one in three chance,
I
world
might
peace,
consider.
one in three chance, world peace. But what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to go to Russia and meet Putin. Like America has delegated you to talk to Putin, and if Putin agrees, there's going to be world peace. Let's just say some imaginary scenario. China has also everyone has agreed. Does everybody know?
Does
No,
everybody
no,
know about
no,
this?
no,
Does everybody
no.
know
You
the
know how
risk I'm
most
taking?
it's
Like,
it's
is this
no
public
only world
knowledge?
leaders, like only Putin, president of China, Xi, he knows, president of Iran, like only world leaders know. This is like the same way you saw Osama bin Laden, how that just happened, and then they told us it happened. It's like that. It's like they may tell us after, like, oh yeah, this man risked his life. They may tell us after, but no one knows. They just come and they just tell you it's your choice, and it's one in three
Bro,
chance. So it's not 100%.
the one in 3 chance that I succeed and there's like world peace.
So it's either
Then
so
what are the other two
see how it is. You're
options?
gonna
Like,
go. In fact, let me just make it so basic. You're gonna go. You're gonna play a game of first to 10 3 pointers with Russia's president with Putin. First to 10 3 pointers. There's a chance you lose. There's a chance you lose because Putin has been practicing. Random scenario. Putin is actually good. Putin has been practicing. Like he's not good as a NBA level, but he's like he plays. This is random. He plays. He plays basketball. There's a chance you lose. There's a chance you win. We don't know what happens, but if you win, world peace for sure. If you lose, world peace no. But regardless of the situation, 1 of 3 chance you die. So there's a 1 of 3 chance Putin decides to just kill you in Russia. Just says fuck this nigga, kill this nigga in Russia. 1 in 3 chance you die. America can't protect you. They drop you off and hand you to Putin, and the game is played. For all the world leaders that are just sitting on their computers watching. Everyone's watching the game because everyone knows what's at stake. Everyone's just watching. Chance you win, chance you lose. World peace is the
I'm trying to say yes so badly just because I had a chance of something so seemingly impossible. But bro, I don't
see,
know, Sha.
and it's world peace.
I
This
don't
is
know.
like
I
it's
will be
also the
honest with you.
fifty
I don't
percent
know.
chance of it happening and not happening is also what makes it like you're not sure they may be world peace. Let's say Putin
Yeah,
says no, fuck it, I don't care if I lost game to 10. Like I'm saying, it's 50 chance. Oh, but and it's 50 chance you go there and you
I feel
lose.
that.
Now
I
imagine
feel
you
that.
go there. I feel like it's worse. Imagine you go, you lose, and excuse me, bro. That's what I was saying. So imagine you get sent back, and like you go, you lost. It was a blowout. You lost 10-0. Lost 10-0 Putin by 3 points. Blowout, and Putin decides not to kill you. So you succeeded. So 2 out of 3 chance you succeeded. You didn't die, and he sends you back to America, guy. And I said, every world leader was watching it. Like president of everyone was the world was watching this game because they knew the outcome.
I feel like I will be clowned for eternity, but people will still respect me for the risk I took. I'll
But
be
especially,
clowned like memes of me breaking will be on the internet for eternity. But certain people will respect me for taking the risk.
oh god. I agree. I agree that you will be clowned. And those people that respect you, unfortunately, I don't think it will be as public as I think the clowning will overtake the respect. If that
Of
makes
course,
sense.
of course,
The clowning will
of
overtake the
course,
respect.
of course, of course. Yeah.
I can just imagine the memes, bro. It's just be like, oh, um, let me think of one. Yo, yeah, your girlfriend says, win a game of 10, and I stay with you. The man that pulls up, guy, I can
Um,
just imagine, bro. It's funny. The guy